Welcome back, YouTube. Yes, we are back with another video, and man, Donnie is off to a bad Friday. Not going too good for Donnie, as breaking news coming in that the Supreme Court has struck down Donnie's tariffs. That's right, now they got to decide what they're going to do with the $150 billion that was collected, and Donnie is raging already, going off this morning on the interwebs about the Supreme Court and saying it is a disgrace what the Supreme Court has done to his tariffs. Well, no, Donnie, what the disgrace is that you decide to put on tariffs before you actually went through Congress to get them approved. But yet Congress, especially the Republican portion of Congress, has been sitting on their hands and putting a damn something over their eyes so they can't see what's been going on, because they have no balls at all, or spine for that matter, to actually do anything that this guy tries to pull, and apparently gets us into a lot of trouble. And I'm glad with the 6-3 motion today by the Supreme Court that they are not going to sit here and let Donnie just spend our money like a kid in a candy shop that's walking out the store with no receipts, and if he's got receipts, he throws them away and doesn't save them. So it's good to see at least one portion of the government grow some balls and finally take care of this bullshit with these tariffs. I know I'm going to get some pushback on it, but these are probably the same people who are still waiting for their Doge checks. Remember the $5,000 Doge checks? How are those going? Did they ever show up? Let me know, because not one never dropped into my account or came to my mailbox. So it's apparently those checks ain't happening. And I had a bridge to sell you if you actually thought that you were going to get a check from these tariffs. It wasn't going to happen, because you were only going to pay back what you paid in anyway. So even if you got a check back, you had already paid that money in beforehand. And like I said years ago to people, everybody got excited when the government was giving everybody $600 a week during COVID, and people were all happy. And I told them, I said, be happy now, but just tell you now that the government is going to get their money back. They're going to get every penny plus interest of what they gave you, those $600 checks during COVID. And they have. And they're continuing to cash in on getting that money back from the checks they sent out. But I digress. So we have $150 billion now that Congress is going to have to decide how they're going to allocate the money. And either they're going to fucking put it back into the government, or they're going to give everybody a little check, potentially. But it doesn't matter, because every single day the deficit keeps rising. And I hear people on the internet saying, well, you know, it's too bad that that the Supreme Court shut down the tariffs because we had taken in a few billion. Well, what's a few billion when the deficit is in the trillions, double-digit trillions? So what? That's like saying, oh, well, I saved 20 cents on my 20,000. Yeah? Well, what significant difference did that make? It makes none, considering Donnie's going to go back probably this weekend to Mar-a-Lago, spending more tax money on Secret Service and just fuel and everything else that goes along with each one of his little trips down to Florida, where he's going to go down there and he's going to vent and go off all weekend about how he's pissed that the Supreme Court shut down his tariffs and how it's a disgrace. He's probably sitting around the Oval Office as we speak, trying to figure out how to put tariffs on the Supreme Court. Anyhow, guys, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It really helps out a lot. And like always, take care of yourself and each other. And I'll be back on here a little later with another video, because I've got some other topics that are going to blow your mind, man. Just wait till what I got coming up next. So thanks for tuning in. and I'll see you later. Bye.